In this video, we're going to talk about how we can extract information from a system platform Galaxy via OPC-UA. So we can make the Galaxy as an OPC-UA server and extract that information to be able to use that in other applications if necessary. So you can see on my screen here, I'm just showing you a sample application. I have some live data coming in here. This is simulating a smelter application here, and I can kind of drill down into different anodes, and I can see, things like my anode current and voltage drop. I can go here and look at different smelters and go into a different anode and see all the information. So all this information is basically in system platform Galaxy and connecting to the I/O server. But let's say I want to pull that information directly from the Galaxy into OPC-UA. We're going to talk about how we can do that. So here's a view inside my IDE integrated development environment, looking at my model view of my smelting plant here. And basically you can see the process or the model view, the enterprise site, plant, smelting, smelter 1, and then my different anodes, and same thing for other processes there. So this data, when I'm browsing in via OPC-UA, we can kind of browse in and see this same structure we're seeing when we set this up inside our development environment. So we'll see that when we get into my OPC-UA client. So it's in my IDE where I configure this OPC-UA service to be able to browse into that application. So if I go into my Galaxy and I go configure system services, these are all the kind of background services that are running on the system, but there's something here called the OPC-UA service here. So if I open this up, this is where you configure the port number. I'm going to take the default port number that's going to communicate with there. 48031. It's going to show you the endpoint. You can configure your different security requirements here. Do you want to have encrypted security between the OPC-UA clients or not? You can check that box. I'm going to leave it off at the moment. Do you want to be able to authenticate into the Galaxy? If you want to be able to write information back into the Galaxy, you need to make sure you have authentication turned on using the different types of authentication methods you have with the Galaxy, whether it's Galaxy-based or group-based via a domain controller. I'm just going to leave it as allow anonymous access, and then you can basically run this service anywhere in your Galaxy. Right now I only have one machine, so basically I'm going to say I want to run this on my current workstation. It could be another computer you have out there. As long as it has a platform deployed to it, it'll show up here. And then you need to deploy this service. So if you say I want to deploy this, and it's going to basically bring that online and take your configurations and make them active. So that's all this really needs to be done to be able to turn on the OPC-UA service so we can go browse back into that Galaxy and look at information. So now we have that OPC-UA service running. So basically that's going to expose all those tags or all my objects within system platform from an OPC-UA client. So I'm looking here at an OPC-UA Explorer from Matricon, which is a free download. So I'm going to go browse into that service that we just created, going to localhost, and I'm going to put that port number that we just used to be able to extract that information. So that port number was 48031, and we're going to search for that. So it found that OPC-UA service. I'm not going to use encryption here, so I'm going to log into that service. And now you can see if I look at my model view, my mining demo, make this a little bit bigger, you can see there's that structure that we had inside that IDE showing you that information. So make this a little bit bigger. And then you'll start seeing some of the tags and information I have here. So there's my enterprise, I go to my site, I go to my plant, I go to smelting, and then you can start seeing information associated with that specific site. So there's smelting, kind of go in there, smelter number 1, and then I can start seeing the tags associated with that. So I can go down here and see information about that area of my plant. So I'm on smelter number 1 here, and I can see some tags. So there's my bath temperature PV. I can drag that over there. We're getting a live value coming in from my system. I can go down here and look at my current PV and see live information. If I want to drill down in a little bit deeper and I want to go down to a specific anode, I can see information about There's my current for a specific anode, and I want to go down a little further. I can see my voltage drop, PV, and see that information. So that's how you kind of connect to system platform, expose basically all the tags that you have in your Galaxy, or all the objects you have in your Galaxy, and it kind of brings it across in that model view that you set up inside your system platform and exposes all this data. So we have a customer want to do this. They want to extract the information and do some deeper analysis with this data in their own kind of application, but they want to extract the data directly from system platform without having to directly connect to PLCs and things like that. It's already done in system platform, and we'll expose that model view so they can go extract the information and see that data. So pretty easy way to get information from system platform via OPC-UA using the built-in OPC-UA service within the Galaxy, and then you can connect to it via an OPC-UA client and see all the information within your Galaxy. Thank you very much.